Hey guys, Lineage Devotee here again. Just got a quick video here today. I'm trying out Illuminor Szeras. I'm playing I'm sorry, I can't get that name right. One of the people involved with APOCA cards. So this Illuminor video, I've actually somewhere in here got a couple of the APOCA Necron cards. Playing Gorzod, and he points out quite rightly that the first 3 planets are red, so there's a bit of a rush on the first few planets, and that really doesn't tie in well with how I'm trying to set up the Illuminor here. So, Szeras, is that a title? I don't know. Okay, so Valkyrie on planet 1, 3 for the 4/4 flyers, just really good. Makes it so I don't think I can really justify going to planet 1 in any way, so I kind of have to think about, can I try and set up to stop him on planet 3, because planet 2 is possible, I guess, but yeah. So I'm just thinking through all my various options here, and I figure I'll just start putting out some command. I believe that's Ossus, so that's 2 resources, and I'm adding a card to it, I'm sitting it. There's the APOCA card, the Manticore. I quite like the idea of this. This is very similar to an idea I suggested for a few different cards at some point, basically doing ranged damage to the planet next door. But it's really quite potent, actually. Surprisingly so, I felt. Let's see what it can do. So again, it's 3 cost in Gorzod, which is pretty impressive. And he's just thinking through where he wants that war buggy. Still going with the Void Pirates myself, just trying to get a bit of an income coming in. And he's placed it at Aatrox. I think basically because he knows that Planet 1 he's pretty solid with, and he's good. I realised after I did this I probably should have done it later to try and stall out my command a little bit. I've got to have a drone to sacrifice to do it, but then I get to remove damage and ready, which is quite nice. Yeah, and he points out that there's a nice new drone that they've got that does healing itself, and then you can sacrifice to trigger that, and various things. It's in this deck somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Right. I'm done. And I'm going to... what am I going to? Planet 4? Planet 4, presumably just because I don't think I can fight on 1 or 2. So I'm going to 4, and he's stopping me on 3, which is quite understandable. Not really worth me trying to protect any of those Void Pirates, I don't think. Maybe the one down the end could have been worthwhile trying to protect. So I got a few cards, which is nice. Got the Tomb Stalker, which is nice, and some more drones. We'll see how it goes. And then we go on to Planet 1, which he just is going to win, so we'll move through that nice and quickly. And he's going to use it to steal a resource. I'm not sure what I would have done on there if in his position. I think stealing a resource is probably one of the better bets for him. He's likely to have a lot of more expensive things in his vehicles. That's fine. Let the Void Pirate die. Unfortunate, but it dies. And he routes the other Void Pirate. So I'm looking at a very, very deleterious board state already for myself. But I get Barless, so he loses a card. Rickety Warbuggy, that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. He says Arg, apparently he would have liked to have keep it. Alright, so lots of elites, not a lot of ways to get them in. I've got Vivisection, which I'm hoping will be useful. I think that's Vivisection. And I'm trying to decide what's the best place to put some of these elites, and there's a lot of them. I kind of feel like you want elites in Illuminor because you want to have a decent amount of hit points to be able to remove, but they have to be Necron. Like, I was just thinking in my head that maybe you should get big hit pointed like Astromel Tyrant vehicles that aren't loyal, but he only triggers off Necron. So I think one of the things that I miss about Conquest not being continued in an official capacity is actually exploring the Necron use of other races more than they do. So Nahumek obviously really wants to maximize the other races, and there's a few cards that affect warriors or soldiers or scouts or traits like that. But I think actually what I really would have liked to have seen would have been a warlord, a Necron warlord that does something to do with warriors or conscripts or allies or something in those sorts of veins. Even a warlord that was more focused on a particular race or two, so that it was Necron warlord when at a planet with Eldar or Dark Eldar units that it controls, it gives them extra attack or something, they gain mobile because it uses their knowledge of the webways, something like that. I'd really quite like to have seen some of that emphasis coming on to try and... Because at the moment, most of the Necron decks that you do see around are basically they'll use the best Kappas out of a couple of decks, or they'll use a Shrieking Exarch, and like that's kind of it. They don't use a lot else, or they basically use Eldar, the Eldar vehicles and things, or they use a couple of Tau things. And that's pretty much it. And I don't really see many people doing like a very Orc heavy Necron build, because it's just not that useful for the warlords that we've got yet. So I really would have liked to have seen that. I'm not sure what sort of warlord it would have been that would have made sense for that. So I've put out a couple of drones. He's put out another Valkyrie and another Flyer, which is really difficult for me. I put the the Scarabs out to Planet 4. They have no command, as he quite rightly pointed out when I put them out, but I'm basically just hoping that I can use them to heal up the Dark Aim's Vindicated, nice. The Tombstalker, after it's taken a couple of hits. I assumed it would take a hit or two, but I kind of didn't expect him to load up quite so much. The economic advantage that Gorzod has is really strong in those first few turns, like, it's really impressive. Now, there's a reason I wanted the Scarab at the same planet as me. I can't remember what it is, though. I can't remember why I wanted the Scarab at the same planet as Szeras. Defensive protocols could be handy. I'm going to be taking a fair bit of pounding coming through, so something to try and make that take a bit longer. I can afford Vivisection, but then I can't afford other effects, and it doesn't do a lot just yet. So he gets Aatrox, and he pings the Tombstalker. And I think about it. Oh, he's taking the planet, right? And then my turn on planet 2, just rough. I threw in the Particle Whip because I like it as a way to get units back in. I like it in Anarchia for putting units if you're discarding too fast, and I also like it in Nahumek for putting in particular races that I'm missing or that I want to get back. Him playing that Squig Bombing really caused me an issue there. I hadn't even considered the Squig Bombing. You know, support destruction is just a really powerful thing in a lot of the games at the moment, as things are right now, but it's not consistent enough, I think, for people to always include it, which is interesting. You know that if you want a support destroyed, it's going to be a good thing, because supports generally provide something quite potent, but you know that there are warlords that just don't give a flying anything about support, so you don't actually include them. So I can't use my master program on my Tombstalker, which is very worrying. So he's not going to be able to ready and be able to heal at all and get me some resources. Oh no, I'm not sure how I lost a resource or what I lost it to, but I can't afford my vivisection anymore, and I was going to put that on there. I'm not sure what happened. I missed something while I was rambling. But then he kills that, so I'm already thinking, oh, this is not good, you know, like, I'm really a bit worried now. So he gets rid of the rogue trader, which isn't a big deal, and I get my resource. Not a lot of good. But you look at that planet 1 that he's got there, the Vindicator, the 3 flyers. I cannot think of what I could possibly do against that. That's really tough. Like, even if I was playing someone not Szeras, I'm not sure what I could do against him putting that many units that tough onto the first few planets. I noticed that Manticore didn't manage to do anything. Phylactery turned up too late. Really could have used that. I'm thinking I could put a Phylactery onto the Harbinger, but the Harbinger is not going to be damaged, so that's a bit of a nuisance. Defensive protocols on that first planet's probably quite a good idea. He's equal to my command, my only command out there now, so that's frustrating. I'm just trying to think of what else can I put together, what else can I throw out here. I was thinking, should I recycle some stuff, see if I get something better, but again, I'm not. Yeah, am I going to do it? Look at it all. Look at all these things. Okay, so I throw out the recycle, and I'm going to recycle a couple of things that I can't afford. I know I'm not going to afford one of them, and I'm not going to put that in, and it's going to be the last battle unless I can do something. And a couple of augmented warriors. That doesn't seem that great anymore. Don't have a lot of opportunities to heal them. So I skip that, and I'll just go straight to the biggest body I can afford at this point, basically. So the recycle, effectively, all it did was lose me a shield, one shield. Which, to be fair, probably wasn't a big deal at this point. Yeah, I'm out of money, there's nothing else I can do. So I say I'm done, just to let him know, and then I was thinking I could go to Planet 1, but I don't think I'll do much of a difference. But if I go to somewhere with cards, I think that's my plan anyway, to go to somewhere with cards in the hopes that I can draw something useful. I don't think that there is anything that I have that is useful, but yeah. Let's see. Any useful cards, and I got the Apoca Scarabs, the replicating Scarabs. As a combat action, exhaust this unit to remove a damage from a Necron unit at this planet, which wouldn't have really done anything, I guess, to be fair. I've done enough anyway. So, defensive protocols. Ha 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 ha. You can't stop me there. Well, you can. It's going to be not as easy for you. He said he played poorly. I'm not really sure what he played poorly there. Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles. Not sure how that counts as a poor play. Vindicator hits me for 1. Otherwise that would have been a decent hit off the Vindicator, wouldn't it? That would have been good. Yeah, nice. Can I kill any of these things? I thought I was going to be able to kill that. But he shields it anyway. So that's just done. And then he does 1. And then we're going to move through these quite quickly. Does another 1. And does another 1. Think about how heavy he's hitting, but also how many he's got. I shield some. Haha, I shield one of them. I should have used one of my backlashes for that. No, I ended up using another one. And alright, I might as well stay and see what he can do. I don't think I've got any events that are worth playing. I suppose I could have recycled. That's about the only thing that's in my... So there we go, you hit it for 8, I think, not 7 maybe. And there we go. He's won the game. And I admitted it. So, yeah, probably not the most entertaining or illuminating, yeah, get it? Illuminating view of the Illuminor, but, you know, it's a video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see if I can get another one out soon.